If you have been following news for a while, you may have come across different cryptocurrencies like Bitcoins. In this section, we'll cover IOTA. IOTA is an open source distributed ledger, also known as cryptocurrency, which focuses upon providing secure communications and payments between devices on the Internet of Things. It makes use of directed acyclic graph (DAG) technology, which we'll get back later, instead of the traditional blockchains. IOTA's transactions are free regardless of the size of the transaction. Confirmation times are really fast, and if you're wondering how, don't worry, we have got you covered. It can handle enormous amount of transactions simultaneously, which helps in improved scalability. FYI, IOTA was founded in 2015, though it was publicly introduced in June 2016, so it's relatively not new as you may think. So let's break it down. So as per website, IOTA is a revolutionary new transactional settlement and data transfer layer for the Internet of Things. It is dependent upon a distributed layer which they are calling as Tangle, which overcomes the inefficiencies of current blockchain designs and introduces a new way of reaching consensus in a decentralized peer-to-peer system. Tangle, let's break it down. The Tangle ledger is able to settle transactions with zero fees, so devices can trade exact amount of resources on demand, as well as store data from sensors and data loggers securely and verified on the ledger. With its distributed capability, it's scalable, lightweight, and for the first time makes it possible to transfer value without any fees. It is based upon a data structure known as directed acyclic graph. There is no sequential chain of blocks like in Bitcoin, but rather each transaction refers to two previous transactions. For every transaction that occurs on IOTA's network, the transaction needs to approve two previous transactions by conducting a small amount of proof of work for them. The premise is that as more transactions occur, the network would be able to scale faster since there are more verifications being performed in parallel. Bitcoin transactions are processed by miners in sequential groups called blocks. There is a limit of how many transactions can be processed in one block. IOTA's team aims to remove the need for blocks for allowing it for better scaling. In IOTA, there is no concept of miners verifying network transactions like in Bitcoin or most other blockchains. Instead, for each transaction that occurs in IOTA, the transaction creator is required to approve two previous transactions on the network by doing some computational work. You can essentially think of the ability to transact in IOTA without any fees as a reward for helping to secure the network. The lack of transaction fees in IOTA enables extremely small transactions referred to as nanopayments. Due to Bitcoin's current network congestion, transaction fees can be relatively high. The aim of IOTA and its partner is to provide IoT participants an easy, fast, and safe way to exchange, buy, and trade datasets. The more devices and companies become connected to the IoT, the more data would be available on demand. Millions of sensors are constantly collecting data, most of which sit unused but could be potentially useful in certain situations. But since the technology is still in its early days, not so old, IOTA relies on a coordinator run by the IOTA Foundation to protect the network against certain risks. The coordinator serves as a checkpoint for valid transactions. There have been past issues involving the coordinator being shut down for a while, which rendered the official IOTA wallet unusable for days. And it has led to criticisms of centralization in the network. But according to the official team, there are plans to remove the coordinator eventually. As per the investigation held in August 2017 led by MIT, the IOTA team have been developing their own cryptographic hash function, which was discovered to have vulnerabilities involving different inputs hashing to the same output. It should never happen. Just so you know, market capitalization of IOTA is $10 billion, making it the 7th largest cryptocurrency in circulation as of now. So what do you think? Will it come in regulation? Will it replace normal currencies? Let me know in the comment section below. You can follow us on Twitter, support our work on Patreon. Patreon is a crowdfunding platform and you can support creators like us so that we can be able to create high quality educational videos on artificial intelligence. Please subscribe to the channel and stay tuned. Thank you for watching this video.